RTV6.
We trust Hillary Clinton as president and commander-in-chief, but the thought of Donald Trump as commander-in-chief scares us to death.
Let me say first and foremost that Senator, you and Hillary Clinton would know a lot about an insult-driven campaign. It really is remarkable.
Democracy 2016 and the race for the White House. The face-off between vice presidential candidates Mike Pence and Tim Kaine. The candidates shook hands, took a seat, and then about 15 minutes in, this.
Because Hillary Clinton failed to renegotiate.
More American troops
Hillary Clinton failed to renegotiate a status of forces agreement.
No, that is incorrect.
And so we removed all of our troops from Iraq, and ISIS was able to be conjured up in that vacuum.
Yeah, that back and forth, the interruptions starting not too far into the debate as the candidates work to defend the records for their running mates in the first and only vice presidential debate. We have team coverage tonight breaking down what happened on that debate stage. First, let's get over to Rafael Sanchez. He is live where it all took place in Virginia tonight. Rafael, what are you learning?
It was quite the debate drama. In fact, we had to step outside of the media room because it is so loud inside to give you this report. But what you saw tonight was 90 minutes plus of a very spirited debate. Let's go right to the video to show you exactly what happened. Melissa, as you pointed out, both men greeted each other. They shook hands, they smiled at each other, and then they went right after each other. They were prepared to come for a fight, and that they did. In the beginning, again, both were very kind and smiling with each other, but when the issues began, they went right to it. And the moderator at one point had asked both men to stop talking over each other. The men debated on the economy, immigration, national security, and Russia. They came prepared, and they fought on all the different issues. That fight on full display. Both men agreed only on one thing over the 90 minutes, a safe zone for Syria and community policing. At one point, even Governor Mike Pence was able to give a shout out to Fort Wayne when it came to the economy. Now, right now what's happening in the spin room behind me, we have a number of people that are trying to give us their insight as to who won. We spoke to Kellyanne Conway with the Trump-Pence campaign, as well as to Robbie Mook with the Clinton-Kaine campaign. We have extensive interviews with both parties. We'll have those for you on Good Morning Indiana, and we're going to try to get them on the RTV6 app as possible. Just to give you an idea, though, it is quite chaotic as both men left Willett Hall here on the campus of Longwood University for this one-of-a-kind vice presidential debate. Right now, the spin room is just busy and chaotic. We had to step outside so that you could be able to hear us. Much more coming up on this developing story tomorrow morning on Good Morning Indiana. We are live in Farmville, Virginia. Rafael Sanchez, RTV6.
Rafael Sanchez in Virginia for us tonight. Great work out there. Thanks, Rafael. Let's continue our team coverage now with our TV6 State House reporter Katie Hines and our political insiders tonight. Katie.
Melissa, we're welcoming in our political insiders, Marcus Barlow and Kip 2. But first, we want to get to the two candidates who were trading jabs. Here are their answers when the moderator asked whether it seems fair that Trump used the laws to pay as few federal taxes as legally possible.
Donald Trump is a businessman, not a career politician. He actually built a business. Those tax returns that came out publicly this week showed that he faced some pretty tough times 20 years ago. But like virtually every other business, including the New York Times not too long ago, he used what's called net operating loss.
He stood on the stage last week, and when Hillary said you haven't been paying taxes, he said, that makes me smart. So it's smart not to pay for our military. It's smart not to pay for veterans. It's smart not to pay for teachers. And I guess all of us who do pay for those things, I guess we're stupid.
This is one of the issues that grew testy and quickly. What do you make of the answers that we heard?
Well, it's my view that Republicans are in retreat on this issue, and it doesn't do them any good to continue to talk about it. But apparently Governor Pence wants to defend the record, and I think it's not defensible. A guy who is going into work every day and punching a time clock is paying his taxes. Donald Trump hasn't for 18 years. It doesn't help him.
Well, I think also that guy that's going into work and punching his clock every day is also taking deductions. He's not trying to pay the federal government more than he has to. And in as much as the Trump campaign makes that case, that Democrats aren't accusing Donald Trump of doing anything illegal, but he's doing what was allowed him to do, I think people understand that. People don't want to give more in federal taxes than they have to.
Did this debate change minds tonight?
In my judgment, it didn't, and most of them don't. There wasn't an aha moment. There was a lot of back and forth. There was a lot of substance tonight, I thought. I actually thought the governor did a good job. I think he was better in the first half, but I think Tim Kaine was better in the second half, and ultimately landed more punches when we look at it.
I think this campaign has been completely unpredictable. So it'll be interesting to see what the viewership numbers were for the debate, but I think for anyone that watched it, it did, just for the one reason that what we saw tonight was Mike Pence giving the prosecution of Hillary Clinton and her record that we didn't see in the presidential debate, that some of us had wished Donald Trump had spent more time doing. We saw Mike Pence give a very coherent reason why Hillary Clinton's actions in the past and what she wants to do in the future are just wrong for America.
Quickly, did we learn anything new? Any surprises?
Well, apparently there's some Mexican thing that you're not supposed to whip out. We learned that, I suppose, but other than that, I don't think we did.
I don't know if necessarily we learned anything new. I thought that Mike Pence pointing out that Hillary Clinton did say that there was systemic racism in law enforcement was good, because I think after the first debate, that statement, which I thought was pretty offensive, didn't get any play. So I thought that was probably a good thing that might live on.
Our insiders, thank you both for your time. We appreciate it.